Dear colleagues from universities and educational consultancies, dear friends, students and their parents, everyone who joined us today on July 22, I am very happy to welcome you all at the session number 2 of Russian Global Education Day. My name is Dmitry Nersesyan, and I'm Director of Education Expert Center. The event is organized by Education Expert Center and the international team of dozens of partners across Africa, Asia, Europe, and Latin America. And I want to say special thanks to the international team of Global Red that has been preparing and promoting the event. I really appreciate your efforts and hope that you will enjoy the event and we will continue our joint work in future. Russian Federation has always been a popular study destination since Soviet times, thanks to major efforts of Russian government, Russian Federal Agency Rossotrudnichestvo, Russian cultural centers, and Russian-speaking communities across the world, and Russian universities, of course, because Russian universities provide high-quality education at a very competitive rates. In some areas, Russian universities are among world leaders, and several Russian universities regularly present in international rankings, constantly improving their positions both in institutional and subject rankings. Currently, Russia is implementing the federal project called Education Expert. It has already resulted in growing numbers of international students studying in Russia. Also, some major developments have been implemented recently, like official part-time employment for international students pursuing degree programs is already in place, as well as opportunity for successful graduates to apply for Russian citizenship. Also, it is very important to note that Russian universities offer a lot of English taught degree programs, and international students do not require IELTS to get enrolled. There are still so many things that I could say. However, I prefer us to wait for universities' presentations. Today, leading Russian universities will make their presentations for global community of education consultants and prospective students and their parents who consider Russia as their study destination. Let me start with some figures first. Today, we will have presentations from 7 world-class Russian universities. The Global Red session will last for about 3 hours, and we have received event registrations from participants from over 50 countries across Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin America, as I have already mentioned. Before we start presentations, I would like to make a few organizational remarks. Every university will have 20 minutes, and they will use it for presentations and answering questions. Please use our chat room on the right side of the screen if you are watching the event on our website, globalred.ru, to post your questions. As I have mentioned, the website, globalred.ru, is the main platform of the event. However, we also provide broadcasting on the Facebook page of Education Expert Center, as well as on our YouTube channel under the same name, Education Expert Center. We will do our best to address all questions that you will ask us on every platform. So please don't hesitate to put them. Dear speakers, please try to keep within your time limits, as we are broadcasting live and we have to strictly follow the agenda. Dear education consultants, please confirm that you are present at the event by sending us an email during the event so we will be able to issue certificate of participant for you. Dear prospective students and their parents, please take this opportunity to get information from the university's officials directly. This will help you to make a correct choice when choosing Russian Russia as your study destination and particular Russian university. From time to time, we will try to activate some polls for you, and we encourage you to take part in it in order to give universities a better feedback on the expectations and the requirements. Also, I would like to say a couple of words about the current situation with the COVID-19, which we are all undergoing now. Russia is step by step going out of lockdown, and currently many shops, all shops and trade centers and other public spaces are open. And we constantly hope that every day the situation will be better and better, and you will be able to come to Russia to study and feel experience by yourself. Okay, let's hope that everything will go smoothly today, and let us start the show. And I wish good luck to all speakers and participants. First of all, we are going to Novosibirsk State University, the capital of Siberia, one of the most important and major cities of Russia. Good afternoon, Alla.
Good afternoon, Dmitry. How are you
We're
today?
happy to have you with us. And Novosibirsk State University was rated second among Russian universities by the QS World University Ranking under overall number 231. I asked Alla Anisimova from Novosibirsk State University to take a floor and tell us about the Novosibirsk University. Please welcome Alla.
Thank you, Dmitry. Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to invite you to our presentation, to the presentation of Novosibirsk State University. And don't be afraid, I'm broadcasting from home now, but this is not because the situation with COVID is so bad. It's simply we have now vacation time and our students are on vacation. And as Dmitry mentioned, we are going out of lockdown, slow, step by step. And in Novosibirsk, we also have sort of plan B if we cannot open our doors in September. We are considering seriously online education, starting semester online. So you are very welcome to apply in any case. So coming back to our university, Novosibirsk State University. Recently, we've got the second official name, Novosibirsk National Research University, was established in 1959. Why so? Why we are National Research University? Novosibirsk State University is recognized as one of the top Russian universities. It is number 2 in QS World University Ranking, and it is known as best Russian university for the scientific research. Why so? This is because we are located in the unique place, world-famous research center, scientific center, Novosibirsk Akademgorodok. It is located in the suburb of capital city of Siberia, Novosibirsk, and there are several dozens of research institutes, research organizations at the 1.5 square kilometers. So we are in the Guinness record book for this. So you will be exposed to real science. And that's why we are a research university. And that's the unique feature of our university. Our education is tightly linked with the real science, with state-of-art research. Lecturers at our university are world-known, world-class researchers. 80% of our lecturers, of our faculty members, are at the same time researchers from the Siberian branch of the Russian Academy of Science. So education is carried out in close connection with these scientific achievements of the world class, which of course gives us unique features. So we are not just open textbook for you, but we expose you to research in the real research institutions from in the very early stage of your research career, in the very early stage of your education. Since second year of education, most of you will be doing real research in the labs and research centers of Novosibirsk Research Center and its institutions. So we have, as you can see on this slide, 6 faculties and 3 institutes. The faculties are as follows: physics, natural science, mathematics, geology and geophysics, information technology, and economics. And we also have 3 institutes which recently were created from the former faculties. They were united to get more opportunities for interdisciplinary research, which is also the core of our university approach. It's interdisciplinarity, transdisciplinarity. So you can see we have 3 institutes: medicine and philosophy, medicine and psychology go together, philosophy and law, and Institute of Humanities. So we have today we will speak about few programs. I just wanted to say that we have variety of programs at all levels: bachelor, master level, postgraduate level. But today I will only speak about few programs which we want to advertise first of all, and those are the following programs: oil and gas management, provided by Faculty of Economics; financial management, also provided by Faculty of Economics; material science, provided by Faculty of Natural Science; and paleobiological and stratigraphic aspects of paleobiota research, very exotic name. The master program provided by Faculty of Geology and Geophysics. So the next slide, please. You can see the tuition fees. By the way, you can see tuition fees for all programs at the end of the slide, of the previous slide. And I will come back later for the tuition fees. So oil and gas management. It is very popular program today. And with respect of the world economy dynamics, it's quite understandable that oil and gas management is getting more popular as a specialty. So managers of oil and gas extracting companies have to take into account more and more challenges, more and more issues, not only oil and gas as such, but also social, political, economic, environmental, and legal aspects. So it's all again about interdisciplinarity, and in this program we try to teach you everything. We try to expose you to different aspects of oil and gas qualifications. The program covers a wide range of disciplines and provides a systematic understanding of internal and external gas industry conditions and operations. Students will have not only theoretical courses, but also practical ones, such as study of geological oil structures and oil production. So the students will have site visits to the oil fields in the Novosibirsk region. The program has an orientation toward both applied research and analytical activities, and value in resumes for both academic and business careers. So you can choose whether you want to be in business, in oil and gas business, or whether you want to actually work in the field, be a oil field engineer. It's up to you, and this program provides you both opportunities. So you will have both theoretical and practical knowledge. Duration of study is 2 academic years, and tuition fee is $5,200 per year. The next slide, please. Yet another program, the new one, actually, we have it only for a few years, financial management, also provided by the Faculty of Economics. And again, it's about variety of choices and interdisciplinarity. The program is oriented toward the international educational trends in the field of financial management and aims to provide the student with a wide range of competences in finance relevant to the international context. While studying in the program, these competences can be applied to Russian experience, to Russian context, which provide a competitive advantage if you want to stay in Russia and to get employment in Russia. But also, you can go and work worldwide. The program is developed together with the leading professionals in finance. So again, as I say, in Novosibirsk State University, it's always about practice. If you do research, you do it with real researchers. If you go to do finance, then you will be consulted and you will be taught by the professionals in the field of finance. So they're not only professors, but they are practitioners in the field. And this applied orientation is supported through cooperation with companies. The basic program provides the core competencies for a master degree in management, strategic analysis, organizational design, finance, research tools, Those are just few courses which you will be taught to, and elective courses provide you with the knowledge exclusively in finance. So key program topics of the program are company finance, financial markets, financial infrastructure, risk assessment, and management. Again, duration of study is 2 academic years, and the price is the same, $5,200 US. The next slide, please. So today I will expose you to different faculties. You will get familiar with the programs from different faculties of the NSU. This program is provided by the Faculty of Natural Sciences. This is old faculty, one of the oldest faculties in our universities with very long educational and research traditions. But the program is rather new. Material Science is a program that is aimed at breeding real researchers. So it includes 3 main blocks: materials for advanced technologies and instruments, advanced instrumental techniques and technologies used to produce and study materials, physics and chemistry of condensed state as the basis of designing and obtaining materials. And a special emphasis of this program is made on using synchrotron radiation and neutrons for studying compounds, minerals, and materials. And so all this study has potential application in solid-state chemistry, soft matter sciences, planetary and earth sciences, pharmaceutical sciences, catalysis, life sciences, physics, material sciences, archaeology, and even art. So as you can see, the spectrum of application of the knowledge provided by this program is very wide. Each student can select his own individual educational trajectory. So you will be consulted at the initial stage of the program by your advisors which track to choose further. You start at the equal level, but then you choose one of these specializations which we mentioned. And what is important about the program, half of the time is dedicated to the work on research project that must result in a publication in a peer-reviewed journal. So just as I say, NCU is about real science, so you will be exposed to opportunity to have real publications in the peer-reviewed journals while you are studying, which will be very good start for your research scientific career if you want to pursue a research career. And if you don't want, then as I said, you have a variety of applied possibilities. So this is a research-oriented program with a wide spectrum of application in very different fields of science. Duration, again, is 2 years. The next slide, please. Yes, we have it already. And here you have hello from yet another faculty, Faculty of Geology and Geophysics. And they provide a new program, a new master program, which is called Biological and Stratigraphic Aspects of Paleobiota Research. So out of the title, it's quite obvious that the program is open to applicants with a background in geoscience, widely understood geoscience, but also for ecologists and engineers. And the program is provided, program is exposed due to the modern paleontological and stratigraphic research, including micropaleontology, paleotechnology, and paleoecology. These topics are associated with the study of geological and paleobiological aspects of the Earth's history and its sedimentary shell. The origin of the biosphere again will be studied, and their relationship with practical applications for mineral prospecting and exploration. The proposed block of disciplines will provide insights on the use of fossil organisms and traces of their activities for stratigraphy, the conditions of sedimentation, ecosystems of the past, and paleo reconstructions with the use of modern methods such as biogeochemistry, paleothermometry, isotopy. So again, it's very technologically solid program which exposes you to new technologies in the field of geoscience and paleontology. And we invite you to apply if you have a background in geoscience, and if you want to do research at the intersection of paleontology, stratigraphy, sedimentology, and paleobiology and paleoecology. And the next slide, please. Yet another program, very popular at NSU. Just now I'm involved in the work with the applicants for those programs who want to get admission at the NSU in our famous program in general medicine. This is a specialist level program. It takes 6 years. You can see the duration and the price per year at the screen, at the slide. This program is very popular among applicants from such countries as from the in general, Iraq, and what is very the first 3 years in English, but during you have Russian courses, and year you start to study in Russian. Why so? Because this gives you opportunity to communicate freely with your not only professors and tutors, but also with your counterpartners in the companies, in the hospitals. And if you want to get a job in Russia after graduation, this is very good for you to be able to study in Russian. So again, as everything is at NSU, this program gives you different opportunities. Yes, you can become a practical doctor, you can become a practitioner, but you also can become a researcher in the field of medicine. General medicine educational program is based on the approach that combines highly quality medical training from the top specialists in different fields of medicine with a comprehensive education in natural sciences and also in social and economic disciplines. So you go in depth, and you also study math and humanities, and students also participate in research projects. So again, you can choose whether you want to become a doctor or you want to become a researcher. You are very welcome to apply. We actually finish our admission, I think 2nd of August is the last day to send the documents. And since 3rd of August, we start entrance exams online for this specialty in medicine. And regarding admission, you can see documents for admission at the screen. As everywhere, you need international passport, but be aware that it should be valid for no less than 1.5 years ahead. Educational certificates and transcripts of records. And also, we ask you for CV and for motivation letter. We want to know why you want to study at NSU. Also, English language certificates, TOEFL, IELTS, BEC, whatever you have are needed. However, if your mother tongue is English, or if your previous education was done in English and you have certificates confirming this, you do not need to provide this English language certificate. And we also ask you for medical certificate of overall health condition and for HIV certificate. Key dates and deadlines for application. You have to fill the online application form till August 2nd, as I said, and you should submit full set of scanned documents till August 6th for all master programs. And we can go to the next slide, please. If everything is clear with the dates, I can answer your questions later. Accommodation. NSU provide quite well done, comfortable dormitories with a very modest fees. You can see the fee per year is very modest, is very cheap. And actually the beds at the picture do not look very luxury, but in reality, I think it's better. Probably maybe the picture is not so good. So you will live in a comfortable dormitory just in the campus next door to the university. You don't need to use public transportation. You just walk. For instance, the building which you see at the picture is located 2 minutes walk away from the lab building where the natural sciences faculty is located, and maybe 5 minutes walk from the main building where all other faculties are located. We have 3 buildings, old main and new main buildings. So everything is very close. The next slide, please. The next slide, yes. Student life. Um, just to be brief, we have lots of activities for students. And we have students clubs and sport groups and dance groups. And it's all located in the campus, which is very good because, you know, everything is close and you do not need to waste your time for traveling. You can be exposed to public lectures with the famous world-class researchers who come to university regularly. uh, Now we have lots of events on Zoom. We have lots of distance learning events because of the pandemic. And all student life is located at the campus. And also students of the NSU are very active members of the communities of Akademgorodok, because campus is located at the Akademgorodok Scientific Center, which is well known for its very peculiar culture. We are located in the forest, so it's lots of shadows, lots of green spaces. We can go to the next slide. Yes, thank you. And students are, university is very influential institution for our local community. I was born in Akademgorodok myself. My father is a physicist, and me and my sister were born here. So all my life, apart from traveling and studying abroad, I spent here. And we have very peculiar local culture, and students actually become members of this culture. You will, when you come, if you come, you will see that it's a very special place. You have all opportunities to live like in the big city. You're not in the village, but at the same time you are close to nature, so you can walk in the shadows, you can go to the beach, and in the afternoon you could go back to work to the research institute or back to study. So it's all very compact and very close, and you have all opportunities of the life of a city inhabitant, and at the same time you will be in nature inhabitant. You will live close to nature, and this what makes our place unique. And coming back to Siberia as such, you will live in the suburb of Novosibirsk, but Siberia is a huge, great land with a beautiful nature. Altai, world famous Altai mountains are very near. You can travel. It takes maybe one night drive, and you can go to Altai. You can go to Tiva, you can go to Baikal, you can travel across Siberia. And you can get more information. You can see our website at the screen now, and you can write to email interstudy@gmail.com, and you can get all necessary information about university, about entrance exams, admission, and places such. So welcome to Novosibirsk State University, welcome to Siberia, and I am open to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alla. Thank you for such interesting and very detailed presentation. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, but still we have some minutes to answer a couple of questions. If you don't mind, we have some on our chat on globalred.ru. We have some questions. First question is that have the university offer some opportunities to study medicine not only in mixed language format, but completely in English? Do you have this option, or do you plan to have this in place?
At the moment, we do not have this option. As I said, first 2 years they study in Russian, but they study Russian as a language all those 2 years, and then they switch to. First 2 years they study in English, of course, and study Russian, but then they switch to Russian language. I don't think that we plan to move to completely English mode, but I don't think that our students have problems with that. We have lots of students from Iran, Iraq, Syria, and they all study Russian eventually. I think 2 years is mostly enough to get familiar to the language, to the culture. And I work with this. I work actually with these applicants now. At the moment, we have online course for those who want to go to entrance exams. Our professors help them to prepare to entrance exams. So now they have this distant learning online courses, preparatory courses for entrance exams in chemistry and biology. And some of the applicants already have some preliminary knowledge of Russian, and maybe not intermediate, but they will step by step be able to advance their knowledge of Russian. So at the moment, I don't think we have plans to have completely 6 years in English. Mhm.
All right. And another question is that you have told that research wing of the NSU is one that you actually proud of, right? So the question is if teachers are involved to research activities on a daily basis and if they also engage students to such activities.
Yes, sure. Actually, it means that I didn't stress it in the presentation because that was exactly the point. 80% of our professors and faculty members are active researchers, so they combine their work at the university with the work at the research institute. So they are part-time at the university, and mostly they are researchers from the research institutes of Siberian branch. Yes, of course, they are involved actively in the research projects, and they invite students to take part. Since the second or third year of education, for sure you will be part of the research team. You will take part in the real research sponsored grants research projects with your supervisor. You will choose your supervisor for your coursework, and he will introduce you, he will take you as a junior researcher to his research group, to his research team, and you will be part of the research team. That's how it happens. And then step by step you are involved in the research activities of the research institutions of Akademgorodok, of Siberian branch of Academy of Science.
Great. Thank you so much, Alla. Actually, that was really interesting to find out because we have so many inquiries about opportunity for academic career also and
Yeah.
research as well. So thank you very much for this presentation, and I encourage everybody to get in touch with NSU for more details. And thank you very much again. And so we are moving to the city of Krasnoyarsk now. One of the most fascinating places in our country, I would say. I would like to give a floor to Ms. Olga Kuznetsova, Head of International Recruiting Department at Siberian Federal University, the largest Russian university in the Asian part of our country, if I am right. So Olga, please welcome and take the floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You are absolutely right, Dmitry. Thank you for welcoming me. Dear audience, dear colleagues, partners, and prospective partners, my name is Olga Kuznetsova, and it's my greatest pleasure to greet you on behalf of Siberian Federal University. I'd like to start by thanking the organizers of the event for inviting us to participate, and by saying that it's extremely important for universities now to be able to reach out to our prospective students while we are considerably constrained and entangled by the current pandemic in our normal recruiting activities. In my presentation, I'm going to tell you about the university I come from, focusing on a few programs most suitable for international students. At the end of my presentation, I'll answer a very important and most common question, which always comes in the menu of frequently asked questions. Where are you located? So I'll briefly tell you where we are located. Let's start. My university belongs to a group of millennial universities. These are the universities which are 50 years old or younger. In 2019, the Times Higher Education ranking included 351 universities in this list. Our university sits there in 56th position. Siberian Federal University was established in 2006 by a merger of 5 educational institutions in the city of Krasnoyarsk. It was the first federal university in Russia, followed by another 9 universities in the pool. Nowadays, it's among the biggest Russian universities, and since its foundation has belonged to the country's top 20 universities. At our 21 schools, we train more than 26,000 students, about 1,000 of whom are internationals coming from nearly 50 countries in the world. I'll briefly comment through the slides, as I know you will be able eligible to receive the presentation after the event, and you'll have a chance to read the information at your own pace and convenience. In the next slide, we present our master's level programs, which are taught in English. There are 5 of them. 4 are in trendy areas such as IT, biotechnology, and banking, and the skills and knowledge gained in them are universally applicable. The program in petroleum chemistry has traditionally been of interest to representatives of oil mining countries. As you can see, the programs are competitively priced and offer the best value for money. A bachelor's degree is in a related area would be a prerequisite for the 4 of the programs, while in banking, the colleagues believe that they can train a student even if their early education was not related to economics or finance. The enrollment on the programs is selective. A prospective student will be expected to have an online interview with the program leader or an academic appointed by the leader. In IT programs, they also ask you to take a math test before the interview. In the next slide, I'd like to introduce to you our foundation year of Russian. There's a wide choice of undergrad, postgrad, and even doctoral programs which are offered in Russian at the university. To be eligible for them, an applicant has to demonstrate a certain level of Russian language proficiency. Developing a requested level of proficiency is exactly what the foundation course is about. It lasts for a year and costs $2,000 US. We always ask our international students, even those enrolling on a non-degree course, to provide us with quality scans of their educational documents. At Siberian Federal University, we are authorized to recognize academic education, and we can assist an applicant from the very beginning. From looking at their early academic credentials, we can suggest whether they are eligible for a degree program they would like to apply for. In this slide, you can also see our regular deadlines for application and irregular deadlines of this year. They've been considerably extended, and for master's programs, we are still enrolling till August the 1st. A foundation course admission team will be receiving application till even later, August the 17th. Due to the fact that we are a young and modern university, our campus has been developing since the year of establishment. We have 30 on-campus dorms and are currently developing yet another one high-rise student dormitory. It's going to be an apartment-style residence. The university has got 5 sites in the city. On each location, we have lecture halls and dorms, so that most times students don't need to commute to their study place. They can just walk there from their dormitory. The campus is spacious, modern, with a lot of green spaces where it's pleasant to relax. Siberian Federal University is proud to offer a highly developed sports infrastructure to its students and staff. We have 30 gyms, including the ones in students' dormitories, 2 swimming pools, track and field stadiums, indoor and outdoor football pitches, to mention just a few. Our newest sport development is a mini golf course. So people with a healthy lifestyle philosophy, both students and staff, will find a lot of support for maintaining this philosophy. Hardly can one imagine a modern university without thinking of possibilities for students to develop their extracurricular creativity. At Siberian Federal University, we take it very seriously and provide our students with a broad range of clubs and societies. Singing, dancing, performing, producing, they'll surely be able to find something catering for their tastes. Our international students can join one of the university's national communities, or they can start a new one. The international population of the university and prospective students are supported by designated services. It's the International Admission Office, whose team work with students who need visa support from the university, and the Office of International Student and Staff Support. These guys aid internationals with their adaptation, from pick-up services to helping with choosing a mobile provider and an insurer. Arranging a health and safety insurance is compulsory for our students, as the university has stringent health and safety regulations. Commenting on this slide, I'd just like to mention about a cherry on top of our great accommodation facilities. This year, Siberian Federal University will be giving a bonus to its international students. Those who enroll on degree programs will receive a year-long waiver of paying a rental cost. So for the academic year 2021, their accommodation will be free for them. As I've promised earlier, this last but one slide is devoted to our location, a modern, vibrant, and beautiful city of Krasnoyarsk. Krasnoyarsk is among the biggest Siberian cities. We are located in the eastern Siberia. The city is divided into the so-called right and left banks by the river Yenisei, which belongs to the 10 Russia's most powerful rivers. It's an official fact, and you can check it in the wiki, that the geographical center of Russia, Lake Vivi, is located in the Krasnoyarsk region. Traditionally, Krasnoyarsk has always been an industrial city, as well as the region in general. The region is the home for such large internationally known businesses as the aluminium producer Rusal, Norilsk Nickel, Gulidov Krasnoyarsk non-ferrous metals plants, and others. They all have been the university's long-standing partners, by the way. However, over the last decade, Krasnoyarsk has been focusing on urban development and making the city environment more residents-friendly. This trend resulted in hosting a large international sporting event in 2019. It was the 29th Winter Universiade, a kind of Olympic Games for students. We received more than 3,000 athletes from 58 countries who participated in events in 11 kinds of sport. A number of guests who visited this global event was hard to evaluate. It's said that approximately 200,000 national and international guests visited the city during the event. Before I say goodbye, I'd like to draw your attention to the very important information. It feels highly likely that the new academic year will be started online for our international students. At Siberian Federal University, we've decided on the following approach. Our international students, freshly enrolled and current, will start their studies online. And after the international travel becomes possible, they will be receiving invitation letters to apply for an entry visa. When they arrive at place, they will just be proceeding from the point at which they stopped online. We have so much more to show to you and to share with you. So please contact us. We'll be happy to respond to your queries. And the best way will be to come when it's possible and see everything with your own eyes, to touch and feel it. You are wholeheartedly welcome to join us at Siberian Federal University. Thanks a lot for investing your time to follow my presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Olga, for this presentation. It's really interesting to know about your city, which is so big and so famous. Actually, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions, if you don't mind. First of all, one of the colleagues from Egypt, our certified national partner in Egypt, Osama, passes you his best regards, since he has actually
Thank you very much.
Siberian University, so he feels like home when he comes to Siberia. And the second question, more serious, is about what is the atmosphere for international students in Krasnoyarsk? I mean, I suppose it's a question about general environment. Is it friendly to international students or not so friendly? Please tell about this.
Thank you for this question. Yes, it's quite understandable why people inquire about it, because we are located in the deep depth of the country. But with the establishment of Siberian Federal University, the atmosphere has become much more multicultural, multinational, global. And if we started with international students who were quite a rare and exotic bird for local residents, now Krasnoyarsk has become quite familiar and quite accustomed to welcoming people coming from all over the world. We have a large group of students coming from African countries, from Latin America, from the Middle East, Asian students. And, nowadays it's taken as an absolutely ambient phenomenon, as a part of Krasnoyarsk, and local residents are proud to be a host for international students.
Right, that's really good. Another question I would like to ask you is that, since we all know that on August 5th it will be officially possible for international students to get part-time employment, and since Krasnoyarsk is a very big industrial city, and there are also many companies that provide different services. My question is that if the university has any career support center that could provide this kind of assistance to international students to get, part-time employment to support themselves.
Thank you for reminding. Thank you, Dmitry, for reminding about this. Yes, moreover, at our university, we have a designated office. The office who work with international students, supporting them in applying for a job. Firstly, it started as a job possibility only inside the university. But we've been currently assisting our students in finding a suitable job outside the university, and helping them to provide all a necessary pack of documents to migration services to have no problems of migration character. Since August the 5th, yes, we will be able to provide even more possibilities to our international students, and Krasnoyarsk is quite greedy to employ international students from our university, as many local businesses are aiming at developing into a global stage. So they will be very happy to seize this opportunity and to welcome international employees.
Okay, thank you so much. I first of all, thank you very much for this opportunity to take a look at your city, at your university, which was really wonderful. And we need to actually move on, because we are running out of time with your presentation. So, but definitely I would like to invite you maybe for next time to, tell some other thing that you have not managed to do now because of time shortage, right? So thank you very much, Olga. Have a good day.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are staying in Siberia, and we continue with the University of Tyumen from the city of Tyumen. And I invite Ms. Alena Važenina to make a presentation about one of the main regional and one of the most influential universities in our country. Please take the floor.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to present you the University of Tyumen, or as we call it as well, UTMN. The University of Tyumen is one of the largest and the best universities in Russia, with more than 20,000 students, which include 2,000 international students who come from 40 or more than 40 countries from all over the world. Our students study with the best professors. They construct their own curriculum and gain practical experience at international companies and participate in forums and global research projects. UTMN, please, next slide. UTMN has a large campus in the city center, and it consists of 15 modern educational and laboratory buildings, also a library center and a developed sports infrastructure. The University of Tyumen has its own preparatory department, Russian preparatory department, for our international students to study Russian language and to receive a certificate, which allow them to be enrolled in educational programs in Russian. All the Russian language programs we offer are aimed to bring our students' language skills up to the level required to degree studies at Russian university. And all the Russian courses are conducted by native speakers, qualified Russian native speakers. Well, as for the bachelor programs, you can see on the slide the most popular ones, which are taught in English. Though we have Russian taught and English taught programs. But as for the Russian taught programs, do not worry. If you do not know Russian, if you do not speak Russian, or if you think you will never be able to speak it, do not worry. In 1 year, you will have a good command of the Russian language. So as for our graduates work in the big oil and gas companies, and our best students, when coming back home to their countries, they take management position. They open their business, and we also have 2 ministers which graduated from law programs. Well, I'm happy to present you the School of Advanced Studies, which is part of our University of Tyumen. In this school, there are professors from all over the world, and the majority of these professors are coming from the United States of America. Okay. Well, University of Tyumen is the first university to introduce a new educational model, which allows students to form their own curriculum. They can choose disciplines, they can choose form of work, lectures, project topics, and composition of studying teams. This form of work, this form of studying is called individual trajectory, individual educational trajectory. It also provides an opportunity to our students to choose an additional educational profile, so an additional certificate to diploma. which of course enhances the student's employability. So the student has more chances to find the job. He's more flexible in this case. Also, we have double degree programs, and our students can participate in exchange programs because we have more than 40 partners, university partners in different countries. So in this slide, you already can see some master degree programs in English, the most popular ones. One of them, for example, is Plan Biosecurity, which is presented by XBio Institute. This institute is somehow a combination of physics, mathematics, and chemistry. So it's kind of multidisciplinary. Also, we have world-class laboratories, and every our student can be exchange student in Moscow or St. Petersburg, so in other Russian cities. What is more? So we know that due to current global situation, the borders are closed, unfortunately, but our teachers are ready to organize an online distance program for you. So then until the moment that the borders are open, right? And when it happens, we will be happy to help you with visa process, and we'll be happy to welcome you at the airport. Okay, so how to apply? This is very easy, actually very easy. You just need to visit our website and to fill in the form. Or you just can write me. You will see my contact details at the end of this presentation, and I will be pleased to answer all of your questions. Also, which is very important, my colleagues and I will be happy to answer you in different languages. So we speak your language. We speak Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, French, Arabic, Spanish, and of course, English. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, about student life. The University of Tyumen has more than 127 student clubs, among which I can enumerate like Russian club, English-speaking club, Club of Practical Psychology, Scientific Association of Young Scientists and Students, also American Food Club, Cinema Club, dance groups, tourist group, volunteering clubs, and more. Also, we have the Association of International Students, which reunites all the international students coming to Tyumen to study. This association plans cultural events for students, organize forums, represent and support international students. Also, we provide the assistance of buddies. Buddies are local students who meet our international students, newcoming students at the airport or railway station, depends on the method of transportation, upon the arrival of Tyumen. And these buddies, these students help to adapt you for the environment of Tyumen and the life in Russia in general. Of course, we also provide you visa and migration support. We have a Department of Services and Support for Foreign Students, which assist from the moment of the arrival of our students to the end of their studies. And I would like to emphasize it once again. So we speak your language, right? So we will not be lost. We'll help you with the process. one more important thing, our students have a special discount card, which is called Mesti in Russian. In English, it can be translated like together. So this card provides discounts for so many things like cafes, restaurants, some entertainments, fitness clubs, and so on. And of course, our students have a discount, like 50% discount for public transportation. Okay, as for the classrooms, at UTMN, classrooms are properly equipped. And in general, the university campus is located in the historical part of the Tumen, in the city center. And it is renewed every year. Also, I would like to mention that this campus is located like 20 minutes from the airport or 10 minutes from the railway station. Okay. Also, our students have access to the World Library collections and free access to international collections, international scientific reviews. Our laboratories are high-tech, and we have exactly the same laboratories and as in the United States, for example. Exactly the same copies. Okay, next, please. UTMN sport facility offers a wide range of sports activities like volleyball, boxing, basketball, chess, tennis, table tennis, biathlon, judo, swimming, cheerleading, and much more. Also, there are many sites for sport activities which are free of charge. I mean, in Tumen in general, and also there are many bike lines. And by the way, you can participate in sport activity of our university. So if you think, well, you can create your own club, your own sport club, if you think you need it. Well, as for the accommodation for our dormitories, the dormitories of the UTMN are recognized as the best dormitories of Russia. We have 4 of them, and all of them are located within walking distance from the historical center of the city and from the buildings of the university. So, speaking about dormitories, students live in a more than 1, 2, or 3 bedroom apartments with all necessary domestic appliances and, of course, Wi-Fi. Also, you can find their lounge rooms and computer classes for studying, and kitchens and laundry rooms as well. So, as for the city itself, the city of Tumen is located at the very heart of Russia. And probably you know already, many of us, it is oil and gas capital. Tumen is also the most comfortable city, the most happy city, the happiest city, the safest and the most secure city. Also, it is very green. There are a lot of parks, and it is eco-friendly. We have our roads. The roads in Tumen are recognized as the best ones. Also, we have the biggest water park in Tumen, and we have the biggest drama theater. Also, as you can see on this slide, there is an embankment. So this embankment is is very lovely, and it is the favorite place for all the people who are living in Tyumen, and actually our students as well. And which is really important, and I think you will find it very very interesting, right? So this embankment is very close to the university dormitories. So you will be living almost next to this embankment, and you'll have this opportunity to have a work after your classes. Okay, so to apply for studying with us, you can email us at interadmission@utmn.ru, or contact me directly by WhatsApp. You can see the number as well. I will be happy to assist you and answer all your questions. So thank you for your attention, and we're looking forward to welcoming you as a part of our big international family.
All right. Thank you very much, Alona, for this wonderful presentation, for sharing with us your achievements, both of universities and the students' achievements, which is really one of the best in Russia. Actually, can I ask you a couple of questions, please? First question is it possible for international students to take part in academic exchange programs with foreign universities and visit other countries for a semester or a year?
Yes, of course, our students have this opportunity. We have more than 40 partners in different countries from all over the world. So we have all the list of these partners at the page, so you can already have a look and choose the university you would like to have where you would like to have an exchange experience. So yes, this opportunity exists.
Okay. Another question from our chat. The university doesn't offer English taught bachelor programs. Is that right?
Well, we have English taught programs in bachelor and master degree as well.
Okay, so that's good.
Yes, the ones that were mentioned on the slides were actually English taught programs.
Right. Okay. Another question from chat is that if UTMN does provide students with work opportunities.
Yes, so we have created the Center for Career Opportunities, and this center is aimed to assist our students and our graduates with employment and adaptation. And actually, the best of our students start working when still studying at the university. Also this year, we launched the program, employment program for our students for summer. So we have hundreds of students working now.
All right. And you have also mentioned that you speak a lot of languages, right? I mean, the university speaks. So does it mean that you also recruit future specialists of your university out of the students that study with you, or you kind of recruit somewhere else? Or
yes, that's right.
The question is that if there is a chance for international students to have a kind of career with the UTMN.
Yes, of course, there is a chance to continue then working with UTMN. And as I have said before, right, our students, some of our students are already working when still studying, so this opportunity actually exists.
Okay, thank you very much. And actually, we need to finalize with the presentation. So if you please would like to say some additional words to, that will make potential students to come to University of Tyumen, please do so.
I would like to thank you, all of you, for joining us and for seeing this presentation, for giving me opportunity to present our university, our great university. And We will be happy to assist you and to welcome you here in Tyumen.
All right, thank you very much. And I encourage everybody to get in touch with the university and also to subscribe for their accounts on social networks, which are very fun and interesting. Thank you so much, Alena. And let's move on. We're moving to the European part of Russia, and let us move to Kazan National Research Technological University in the city of Kazan. And Kazan is the world-famous, prominent, and very developed Russian city, the capital of a very diverse Tatarstan region. And the university has outstanding academic traditions and a long history, and its roots can be traced to the 19th century, which is really great. And I would like to give a floor to the head of International Relations Department, Ms. Svetlana Matveyeva. Tell us about one of the leading technological universities of Russia. Please, thank you so much for joining us.
So, Kazan National Research Technological University was established in 1890, and today our university is a leading university of petrochemical educational cluster and the leader in the field of training highly qualified engineers in the field of chemical technology. The university has more than 25,000 students from Russia and abroad, including more than 2,000 international students from 45 countries. The university has created a modern system of pre-university Russian language training for international students. And the duration of study of our pre-university program is 10 months, and it costs $1,700. And we also have bachelor's degree programs. The duration of study is 4 years of full-time study plus 1 year of preparatory course. We have several bachelor's degree programs here, and number one is petroleum engineering. Next one is chemical engineering. Next, number 3 is computer science and technology. Number 4 is electric power industry and electrical engineering. And number 5 is software and administration of information system. Next slide, please. Okay. So to apply for bachelor degree program, the applicant must submit the following documents: a copy of international passport or other document of identification, translation of passport, a copy of entrance visa, if entrance visa was used, original of the certificate of secondary education with academic transcript, translation of education documents, and photographs. This year, the deadline for the submission of application to bachelor and degree programs is 28th of August. And about pre-university program, you can apply all year round. So, slide number 4. And our university takes pride in its cultural traditions and the opportunity it offers for self-expression. There are a number of big annual events and festivals at our university, including beauty pageants, the Freshman Festival, Comic Festival, People's Friendship Festival, and the most loved, the Student Spring Festival. We also have many amateur sporting events, such as Women's Football Club, Table Tennis Cup, Ski Run, and many other athletic contests and events. The dormitory costs $150 per year, and we have several buildings near the university. And the building are located so near the university, so it's very easy to go and study. Next slide. So Kazan is a very beautiful city, and it is located in a very beautiful area, as you can see at the photos. And of course, I'm going to say a few words about our partnership. Among the university's partners are the largest regional and federal companies such as Gazprom, Sibur, Aeroflot, Tatneft, and many others. And some students and international students, they can go and have some practice there. Next slide. Yeah. So to sum up, Kazan is a perfect place to live and study, and our university offers many opportunities to become a professional in the field of chemical technology and petroleum engineering. A couple of years ago in Kazan, we had some big events such as Universiade, FIFA World Cup, World Skills, and next year we're going to have a UEFA Super Cup. And studentship is a wonderful time full of new experiences, and it's truly the best time of your life. And we want you to experience this time with us and our university, and we would be very happy to see all of you as our future students. So, and here on this slide, you can see the information. You can visit our website. You can write our email address, which is fmob@kstu.ru.
All right, thank you very much for this presentation. Let us go through some questions that we have already. Please have the Kazan University student can go for exchange programs, or does the university have any programs of double degrees?
Yes, of course, they can go to exchange programs. We have partnerships with more than 100 universities and international educational institutions and companies from 30 countries. And we have double degrees programs too.
Okay. So the university is really old, actually. And
yeah.
It was established in 19th century. I'm sure you have some very prominent and famous graduates of your university. Can you please tell us some cases that you find successful in terms of international students?
Of international students?
Yes, international students. Maybe some of them became ministers, or some others took some other positions or became famous scientists,
Okay, I'm going to consult with the dean, with Svetlana Matveeva, okay? For 1 second.
Sure.
Есть ли у нас известные выпускники иностранцы в университете?
Не знаю. Не было такого вопроса. Я не помню.
Okay, so unfortunately, we don't actually.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah.
Maybe it was kind of question that you were not expecting, but if you can send us after the presentation, so we will send out kind of maybe web page of the website, so people could use it, as the kind of motivation for themselves to go and study.
Okay, yes, of course.
From this, okay, then maybe then please tell us about any support that you can provide to international students in terms of assisting them to get part-time employment to support themselves, or maybe internships.
So you're talking about like working, yeah?
Yeah, for international students.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
So international students, yes, they can work, and some of they do work even now while studying. So it's not a problem.
So you assist with this, right? It's not like.
Yes. So we try to help our students. Yes.
Okay. So you do you have any career center where they can apply for assistance, or is it going like, personal support?
So yes, so we have our department, so international programs, and we have the other department, and we work together. So the other department, it helps international students to find job, even sometimes in our university. So yes.
Okay, another question that I would like to ask you is that do you expect that you will start the academic year online or offline? What do you have any decision already in place?
Okay, just 1 second.
Okay.
Мы начнем обучение онлайн и
Online.
offline. So yes, this year we are going to start online education. We have a special platform. So our university has a special platform which is called Moodle.kstu.ru, and students they are going to have their password. We are going to register them, and they can start their education in September.
Okay, so and as soon as the international travel will be allowed, students will be able to join the university, right?
Yes, of course. As soon as Immigration Service is going to tell us that yes, they can arrive, we're going to make visas and everything, so they can then go to Kazan, and we are going to wait for them here. Yes, and they can. So next step, they can study at the university. They're going to continue their studies.
Okay, and if we speak about opportunities for international students to take part in academic exchange programs, what are the main countries that you have partnered in? I mean, university partners that you have double degree programs or exchange semester programs?
Okay, 1 second. С какими университетами у нас есть партнерство и куда наши иностранные студенты могут поехать? Это больше Каневы, да?
А это куда надо поехать, в смысле?
За границу.
Для продолжения обучения?
Да, то есть, там на семестр.
Хайнайский университет, скажи, например. Еще какой, даже не знаю, с кем у нас партнерские отношения.
У нас много.
With countries, maybe not university, because I know that university are constantly expanding. I mean, this list, but maybe just countries, if you can mention.
Yeah. Okay. So countries. So страны. Китай, да?
Китай, конечно.
Вьетнам.
Китай, Вьетнам обязательно назови. Еще какие страны? Китай, Вьетнам точно назовешь.
Okay, so we are sure that we have like strong partnerships with China and Vietnam, and some more countries, but it's the question for our other departments. So usually, other department can say about this more than us.
Это Узбекистан, да, Туркменистан.
And what maybe you can say also some words about like some student life, how it goes. I mean, maybe you have some very specific student activities, like I don't know, maybe about sports or some intellectual clubs, maybe something about that.
Yes, of course. So we have beauty pageant. It is called Miss Kazan National Research Technological University. We have Freshman Festival. We have Comic Festival. Also the People's Friendship Festival, Student Spring Festival, sporting events, Table Tennis Club, Women's Football Cup, Ski Run, and during the pre-university program, we even have some literature context where students can learn some Russian poems, or sometimes where we have like a competition between them.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. And according to this situation right now, which countries are sending the most number of students to your university, or regions, maybe you can mention?
Okay, so we have students from Egypt, Iraq, Nigeria, Rwanda, even from Venezuela, even some Congo, Cote d'Ivoire, so many countries, yeah.
Okay, so it's like very welcoming environment that you have in the university.
Yes.
So we encourage international students to come to Kazan to take the opportunity to study at one of the best technological universities in Russia in a very beautiful environment of Kazan city, right?
Yes, it's multicultural university and everyone is very welcoming. We are very happy to see students.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Khalid. Thank you for your presentation. We need to move on. So we are going to northern part of Russia, to the most northern university of today's event. We're going to the city of Syktyvkar and to Syktyvkar State University, named after Piterim Sorokin. And I cordially invite Ms. Ivankova, representing the university, to tell us more about this unique higher education institution. Good morning, good afternoon, colleagues.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your present us. And I'm pleased to present you our university, Piterim Sorokin Syktyvkar State University. Our university is a rapidly developing university with more than a half century of history. It's the largest university in the Komi Republic. It provides all of the higher education programs. The university has an advanced infrastructure for science and innovation. The university's 500 staff members who take care of teaching in our university are highly skilled professionals. 65% of them have a PhD degree and 12 of them doctor's science degree. Syktyvkar State University has a certificate of permanent participant of the Club of Exporters of Education. Moreover, the university offers students a wide variety of educational programs. More than 8,000 university students are spread over to 250 bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs. Syktyvkar State University has more than 38,000 alumni and 200 foreign students who got good positions as true professionals in the different field of life activity in different countries. Entering our university is a good challenge for you to show and develop your skills and finally be proud of becoming a member of the large university family. Medical Institute is the largest institute of our university with a great number of students. The main goal of the Medical Institute is the training of highly qualified doctors for hospitals and the creation of scientific medical school. 5 departments work at the Medical Institute. 3 of them are clinical and provide training in the clinical basis of hospital. The Medical Institute offers you 2 types of degree program, general medicine and pediatrics. You can get the specialty of general practitioner or pediatric physician. You will be able to continue your study in internship and master's degree program. At the Medical Institute, students acquire theoretical knowledge of diagnostic, examination of a human body, and study the reason of different illness and disease with different infection, symptoms of disease and their progress, pharmacology, curative and the preventive measures, and pre-exposure prophylaxis. Students study both in English and Russian. The first 3 years, they have been learned major subject in English. In this time, they also learned Russian language. Then, starting in the 4th year, they begin study medical subject in Russian. That allowed them to communicate with their patient fluently. Science work of medical students covers a wide range of types and areas of activity. You can explore human nutrition and depression, biomedical technology, therapy, pediatrics, and neurology. Students do scientific works at the basis of university partners, research center, and hospitals. Every year, Medical Institute hosts scientific conference for students. Our students participate in international scientific conference and festivals with their scientific works. Attending conference, you can win scholarship and grants. About medical center, the university has 19 cooperation agreements with clinical and leading hospital in Syktyvkar and the Republic of Komi. All the theoretical knowledge is then strengthened by the every semester practice in the hospital and polyclinic in Syktyvkar, as well as in the simulation center in the Medical Institute and the medical center of the university. Pediatrics. Pediatrics is one of the most important areas of medicine that studies treatment and prevent childhood disease. The main reason for learning pediatrics is the fact that children have features of growth and development in different age periods. In Piterim Sorokin Syktyvkar State University, this degree program is conducted in Russian. Practical and clinical training is carried out on the basis of Children's Center Hospital, Simulation, and Medical Center of the university. Among the major subjects that students study, there are the basics of children's health, orphan disease, pediatric surgery, pediatric rheumatology, hygiene of children and adolescents, palliative care for children, etc. Additionally, in our university, our students can get some medical certificates of a hospital attendant and nursing staff to work in hospital. According to decision of the Academic Council of our university, the first year study in the program General Medicine begin on the 1st of October 2020. And document that you need require for admission: passport, school certificates, and photos. The university has 8 large buildings in which there is everything necessary for study. The university has a modern educational and scientific applied laboratories that instrumenting high-tech equipment, simulation center for practices of medical students, a lot of computer classes and lecture rooms. We have specialized equipment for classroom designed for people with hearing impairment, vision impairment, and musculoskeletal disorder. The university created the campus complex in which 8 dormitories are combined, and absolutely all our students can accommodate them. The dormitories have room for individual study, lounges, room for consumer service, and catering. The university has more than 60 student associations, student councils and clubs, student television, volunteer teams and medical volunteering teams too, scientific association and other. Every year, the university hosts the musical project, Univervision. This project was invented by the university and receives national status. And the university has everything necessary for study, recreation, sports, and promotion of health of students. Each building has a Wi-Fi, library, dining room, several gyms, and a swimming pool. Students can improve their health in the University Medical Center. And welcome to Piterim Sorokin, Syktyvkar State University. Thank you.
Thank you very much, colleague. Thank you for your presentation. Let's start because we have some questions for you from our tech facility and from myself personally. Can you please tell us the main countries from which you are getting students from?
Yes, we have students from Northern Africa. It's Algeria and Egypt, of course, from Middle East, Iraq, Syria, from Afghanistan, from Middle Africa, from Swaziland, from Ghana, and of course, former Soviet countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, and Belarus, Uzbekistan, of course.
So it's a very diverse landscape that you have in your university in terms of international students, right? So do you have some, activities or events that you combine them all, or you support like different national societies that you have in your university? How do you work with international students normally?
Yes, of course, we work with international students in all ways. So each department, international department, student department, we have special center of youth politics that help to new foreign students to adapt to new accommodations. And we have like different national festivals. It depends on topic of this festival. Sometimes it's preparing food and showing of national traditions of each country. Sometimes, for example, Iranian students, Afghanistan and Kyrgyzstan, they have a festival called Nowruz. It's like their New Year.
And the Day of Medical Institute is the big event in our institute. And the day of freshmen for the first year students.
Okay. So I understand that it's very important to provide students with a really great support, and so they would feel like home even in such faraway city as Syktyvkar is geographically is, right? So it's very good that you are doing such work. And also, we have a question. Does the medical center that you have told us about also provide medical services to students, or is it just for training purposes?
I'm sorry, didn't hear you. Can you repeat the question?
Repeat please your question.
So the question was that the medical center that you told us about, is it also providing medical services to students, or is it just for like training purposes?
I think that both.
Yeah, it's both. Yes, we have our own university medical center. First, it provides, of course, the practice for the students and provides their health. Yes, we help to solve some problems that students have with their health. We have a specialist who knows, of course, foreign languages, and he helps to solve the problems, health problems.
Mhm. Can you please tell us, do you also plan to start supporting your students in terms of getting part-time employment, since we know that very soon, like from August 5th, it will be officially possible for them to start working? Or how are you going to work with this?
Yes, as you have already mentioned, from the 5th of August, if I'm not mistaken, international students, foreign students, have a right to work on the territory of Russian Federation. So in these terms, we provide special professional courses. After these courses, students have a profession, special certificate to be a medical nurse or hospital attendant. These courses are provided after the first year. It costs in dollars, if I'm not mistaken, $8, 500 rubles. After receiving this certificate, students can work by their profession, like medicians, in any hospital in the Republic of Komi or in Russian Federation.
Okay, so he can combine this with his educational workload also, right? So,
Of course, they can combine it. So this certificate allows to students to have part-time work, so they will have enough time for study and for work.
okay. Please also tell us, we have a question about admission tests, and the question is that if you require any IELTS certificate, or how you normally assess an English level proficiency of every student.
So since all the exams will be online, we have basically 3 exams. One is the language exam for English or for Russian, and biology and chemistry. So on this exam, we will measure the level of language.
So you do not require any prerequisite like certificate or something like that?
No, of course, for Russian language, it will be good if you have a certificate from a previous university that says that you have level B1 in Russian language.
Right.
In English, no, we don't need any additional certificates and other things.
Mhm. Okay. Do you have any specific agreements with some foreign universities that would allow national students to also have semester or year exchange programs with them, or you don't do this for medical studies?
Well, unfortunately, for medical studies, we don't have special agreements with other universities. Since in the north of Russia, we have a lot of agreements with universities of Finland, of Norway and Sweden. But mostly they specify on such educational fields like management, tourism, some engineering. But I think if we will have a lot of questions from students, we can find something that will fit to them.
Okay. Okay. Also, as we know, many international students are thinking about career opportunities not only in Russia or their home country, but elsewhere, like in third countries, right? So the question that we receive also is saying that in how many countries is your medical institute is recognized? I mean, the question is about recognition of your medical diploma.
Our medical diploma is a government diploma, so it's state diploma. But speaking about international students, we admit we have international students only for 3 years. So for now, we don't have quite an experience about how exactly medical students have work in another countries. But students of another specialties, in humanitarians and others, they are quite successful when they return in their countries, and they have good work, and they always send thanks to our institutes.
Yes. Okay. So we actually talked about medical studies as of this moment, but do you also offer any English top degree programs for some other majors like IT or management?
Management.
Yes, of course, we have another studies, IT, management, because we're a classical university, we have a lot of field of studies, except some engineering in oil and gas industry. But speaking about education in English, we can say that if there will be a group, for example, of students, about 20 or 30 people, we can offer you an English program in any specialty.
Mhm. Okay, so you also mentioned that you're gonna start academic year on October 1st, right?
Yes.
So this will most of all, I mean, most probably this will be online or offline studies. Do you
Well,
like-
as we know, for 90%, we're sure that it will be online studies for this first semester of this academic year.
But this is not the fact that should make students not to get enrolled, right, to your university, because as soon as the borders will be open, they will be able to join, I mean, immediately, right? You will provide them with visa support and everything that is required.
Yes,
Right.
of course, it's not a problem.
Of
Yes,
course, we
yes.
support. We support them. Mhm.
All right. Okay, so we need to actually finalize our conversation. So I'd like to just to give you opportunity to say some words to your potential students that would like to select your university to study, to say some words to them.
Well, we all wait international students in our university, in our city, in our beautiful republic. Instead, it's north, at least it's warm north. So we have a very small university. We know each student personally. So we are welcoming you, as they say in Arabic language, marhaban fi Syktyvkar.
And Medical Institute too, waiting for our students, waiting for you.
All right, thank you so much, colleagues. I am very impressed with the Arabic level that we have just demonstrated. All right, so have a good day and thank you for your presentation.
Thank
See
you.
Thank you.
Okay, and we need to move on. We are moving to the capital of the Volga region, the ancient city of Nizhny Novgorod. I'd like to give a floor to representatives of Privolzhsky Research Medical University, the head of international department, Tamara Bardinskaya, and the specialist of this department, Marina Andreeva. And we would love to know more about your city and the university. Please, thank you.
Thank you very much. Good day, dear applicants. On behalf of Privolzhsky Research Medical University, I'd like to welcome you today. I'm Marina, a specialist of International Affairs Department, and today I'm glad to meet you at Global Russian Education Day and present our medical university. Established in 1920, Privolzhsky Research Medical University is one of the oldest universities in Russia, and this year our university celebrates its 100th anniversary. It successfully provides scientific researchers and educational work in the best world and Russian traditions. The educational process is based on modern principles and medical development. Being recognized as one of the top medical universities in Russia, Privolzhsky Research Medical University has experienced and talented teachers, highly qualified specialists in various fields of medicine. Speaking about our students, we are proud to say that over 5,500 students have chosen our university to pursue studies, where about 1,200 students are foreign citizens from 61 countries across the world. More than that, our university is set in Nizhny Novgorod, a city in the European part of Russia, with dynamic social and cultural life, only 400 kilometers away from Moscow. That makes our university a preferable place to study. Privolzhsky Research Medical University provides a great variety of educational programs on undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate levels, both in Russian and English languages. For international applicants, our university offers following undergraduate educational programs: a 6-year general medicine course, 5-year dentistry course, 5-year pharmacy course. There are more than 20 medical residency programs, including pediatrics, gastroenterology, neurology, oncology, obstetrics and gynecology, radiology, and many other specialties. Speaking about documents for admission to our university, applicants should submit the following: a notarized copy of passport with a notarized translation into Russian, notarized copies of diplomas or certificates of education, annexes to them where all subjects studied and credits are indicated with a notarized translation into Russian, certificate of equivalence and recognition of educational documents issued by Rospotrebnadzor of the Russian Federation in Moscow, and certificate of English, if you have this, general health certificate with a mark no contraindications for studies abroad. University Admission Board is accepting documents now, and deadline for submitting documents for admission is 25th of October. It is highly important to mention that all applicants have to take online written entrance tests in the following subjects: biology and chemistry. As far as we are able to judge, accommodation issues are always crucial for our applicants, so it is of utmost importance to say a few words about University Hostel. University provides fully equipped hostel facilities for students. It is specially designed with two primary objectives of safety and comfort. Having round-the-clock security and comfortable apartments, our university enjoy living in it. University Hostel is self-contained with amenities such as a reading room, a lounge, and a dining hall. It locates in a developed city area with many shops and bus stops easily accessible. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes by bus to reach university academic buildings. Our universities come from more than 60 different countries, and this is one of the best things to be here a student. University hosts an excessive range of hobby clubs and societies, so you will definitely find one which is right for you. For instance, join a sport club will give you the opportunity to train, compete in, and enjoy university life. Join a society is a great opportunity to meet new people and make friends from all around the world. Our societies range from research unities to Indian dance lovers, so there is bound to be something which is right for you. And if not, you can always start your own. As we have already mentioned, our university is set in Nizhny Novgorod, at the very heart of European part of Russia, in the place where two great rivers, Oka and Volga, merge together. It harmoniously combines the spirit of Russian culture and traditions with a modern rhythm of life. Unofficially, our city is called the capital of sunsets, so we are lucky to observe beautiful sunsets almost every evening. So, thank you very much for listening to me, and now I'd like to welcome your questions. Be free to ask any questions concerning Privolzhsky Research Medical University.
Okay, thank you very much, Marina, for presentation. Actually, we do have some questions, and the first question from chat from Farouk. Okay, so is it available to live in a single room at the hostel, or?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now? Excuse me.
Unfortunately, there is some problem with connection, probably. Just a second.
Please, yeah, please check your maybe headphones. Okay. So yeah, so we always glad to hear from you, from the university that we very much respect, and we do have some questions to actually ask you. So maybe I can give you this kind of the answer myself. So Farouk, so you're asking about is it possible to live in a single room at the hostel? Basically, you can choose if you want to live alone or you want to share the room with other students. It just depends on on what you can afford yourself and what your expectations are. Also, the duration. The question is about duration of courses. Is it 5 years or how many years? So general medicine course lasts for 6 years, and degree programs on pharmacy and dentistry are run for 5 years. So, and at the end of studies, after graduating, you will get a specialist diploma. And yes, and please, if you have some questions like this, you can also approach us at apply@eduexpert.ru. Also, we have a question. We had a question, but I can also, I think, let us check. How's it going now? Marina, are you with us? Can you hear me now?
I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, so I actually answered the question about is it necessary to share the room with other students, or a person can have a single room? So I said yes, it just depends on the on personal opportunities in terms of affordable fees and everything like this. So we have a question that we cannot answer without you. Is does the main, sorry, we want you to tell us more about your online foundation course, which we know you have launched this year. So we want to know more about this, if possible. Okay, I'm sorry. It looks like we have some interruptions. Okay, so I want to say that yes, that the university, the PRMU, has launched the online foundation course from this year, and taken into account the current situation with the limitations on travel. It can be a good option for those of you who think of studying in Russian language programs, also not only just English degree programs. So anyway, thank you very much, Marina. Thank you very much, and have a good day. And I want to give a floor to another university, and this is actually the last university for today's session. It is section of Moscow State Medical University, the oldest medical university in Russia and one of the oldest in Europe. And the university will be presented by its authorized partner, Darius, represented by Ms. Pasiko Afonina. So I would like to give a floor to you, Ms. Pasiko, please.
Thank you so much, Dmitry. We are pleased to welcome all the participants. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for interest towards Sechenov University. So I think it's important to know for you that Sechenov University is one of the oldest universities in Russia and the oldest medical university else. Now it has the highest rating among medical universities here and around the world. Annually, we welcome more than 3,500 students from around the world. A special department helps foreign students here and guides you through all the years of your education, including migration-related issues and integration with all university activities. Next and next. Beautiful buildings of Sechenov University are located in a lovely area of Moscow, near the park, and lots of cafes and shops. It's also a walking distance from Moscow River and another large park on the bank of it. In 2015, Sechenov University became the only medical university participating in the special project named the 5100. This opened up a great prospects for the university in development at the international level, but at the same time not to lose the glorious academic traditions formed over the years. One of the results of Sechenov University participation in the project was the creation of Biomedicine Science and Technology Park in 2020. The Biomedicine Science and Technology Park is a huge global international association of science, practice, education, and business. It will allow you to create products and technologies of a fundamental new generation. We would like to present you 5 main institutes of the park that are focused on solving global problems in the field of biomedicine, as well as several educational programs for foreign applicants in this specialty. We want to tell you about one of the institutes, Institute of Translational Medicine and Biotechnology. Can you open next slide, please? If you want to change the world and ways to improve it, you can choose biotechnology. There is different training, bachelor's degree, specialist, or master's degree. The university's biotechnological profile includes biotechnology, bioengineering, and bioinformatics. Biotechnology takes a leading place in the invention of new products that are actively used by the population. And it's also used in medicine in the production of pharmacological drugs. As I said earlier, the Biomedicine Science and Technology Park combines classical medical education, scientific research, biomedicine, and innovative technologies. Because of it, Sechenov University has a program for training specialists in related specialties, professions of the future. But only students of final courses of the specialty general medicine, pharmacy, and pediatrics can choose one of the additional specializations and get the appropriate qualification. In the modern technology-oriented world, Sechenov University is on the cutting edge. Here you can see on the next slide. So here you can see a robotic system that works together with people. Quite impressive, isn't it? This is what you can experience while studying in Sechenov University. So when you have decided that you want to study at Sechenov, it offers a course that helps you get prepared. The first step to enter Sechenov University is preparatory course. You will improve your level on chemistry, biology, and physics. But the most important thing is that you will learn Russian language and reach the level that you need to study at Sechenov. So you have 2 options. You can choose a 9-month course starting in October, or you can take an intensive 5-month course starting in February. And now about another training of higher education. Next slide, please. Sechenov University offers all kinds of educational programs. The main one is specialist degree program. The specialist degree is recognized all around the world. A wide range of specialties at this program include bioengineering and bioinformatics, medical biochemistry, medical biophysics, general medicine, and pediatrics. You can see the tuition fee for all year at the bottom of the page. And also another programs of higher education in specialist degree: dentistry, preventive healthcare, pharmacy, and clinical psychology. One of the most popular programs is general medicine. It received the international accreditation in 2019, which confirms that this program meets the standards of European and World Federations of Medical Education. The program lasts for 6 years, full-time. If you want to come to this course, you need to pass 2 online entrance exams. Chemistry, you can choose Russian and English language, and Russian language in Russian, of course. This is how the studying process looks like in the theoretical subjects. Sechenov University provides all the facilities for successful studying. Another very popular program is dentistry. The course lasts 5 years, full-time too. Entrance exams are online, and you need to pass chemistry, Russian language, and also a professional exam. This program offers you excellent teaching and outstanding research to prepare you for your future career. This is a glimpse of studying process at dentistry program. Graduates of Sechenov University are highly sought after by companies all around the world. This is the sure way for success. Another faculty is pharmacy. The duration of this program is 5 years full-time. To enter university, you need to pass online tests in chemistry and Russian language. The tuition fee is $6,200 per year. Sechenov University prepares you ideally for the challenge in your career, as it's one of the leading medical schools in Europe. Now I want to show you another program of higher education, bachelor's degree. And in Sechenov University, you can also get this degree and get first-rate education not only in medicine, but in neighboring fields such as management, nursing, nanomaterials, and information systems and technologies. If you already have a higher medical education, you can get postgraduate training in Sechenov University. The first type of postgraduate programs is master's degree. We want to tell you about 2 popular areas of study that you can get at Sechenov University. These are psycholinguistics and public health. If you are attracted to the idea of working in international organizations or multinational companies, participating in international trade, tourism, or local governments, you will be interested in training in psycholinguistics and intercultural communication. The program gives you an effective tool to deal with one's own culture, as well as to appreciate and respect that of others. When you finish study, you will get degree Master of Arts or Master of Linguistics. Here you can see studying process of magistratura. Next slide, please. The fields of professional activity of public health are following: health policy, health economics, sociology and psychology of health, public administration of the health system, and ensuring public health. The coronavirus has shown the world how popular the field of public can be. A good health system improves people's lives significantly every day. The second type of postgraduate programs is PhD. There is much direction of training. If you choose chemical or biological science, duration will be 4 years. If you choose another direction on training, you need to study during 3 years. So tuition fees for 1 year will be from $5,200 till $6,500. Another highlight of Sechenov University is its own clinical center. It's the 3rd biggest university clinic in Europe. Here you can get to practice in your field of studying using the high-tech equipment. But you can also get medical care here yourself. If you get medical insurance when you come to Russia, you get access to every part of the multipurpose clinical center with highly qualified specialists. And now we want to tell you about the most important parts of life for all students. On this slide, you can see photos from different events that take place at Sechenov University. For example, Food Fest 1920, Unity Day, or Pro Success event. And also from the New Art. This is Student Culture Center. It's possible to join student thought and participate the various plays, literacy and poetry clubs, music bands, as well as several dancing classes. An annual spring student event called Spring at Pirogovskaya Street is an arts contest where all students express themselves and show their progress. You can also take part in University Ball, which encourages students to participate wearing historical old-fashioned dresses and suits, enter beauty and talent contests, Miss Sechenov University. There is another social center in Sechenov University. Council of Foreign Communities is a great opportunity for foreign students to keep in touch with their fellow countrymen and get a lot of opportunities in the field of culture, media, volunteer work, legal counseling, science, sports, and tutoring work. Volunteer Center is open for everyone who is eager to help others in need, become a donor, or to contribute to global initiatives in ecology, social work, medical aid, and another. Scientific Association of Foreign Students offers multiple extracurricular lectures by world-class research and physicians, meeting of student societies in different areas of medicine, intellectual quizzes, and language-speaking clubs. At Sechenov, you will find a lot of sporting facilities, including well-equipped stadiums, tennis courts, and a swimming pool. There is a student sports organization, Phoenix, for all students who wish to do sports at any level. There are about 20 classes in such sports as soccer, rugby, hockey, basketball, volleyball, cheerleading, dancing. And the winter in Moscow lets you go skating, cross-country and downhill skiing, snowboarding or sledding. But in the summer, you can join the students at a recreation camp called Sechenovets on the coast of the Black Sea. There you will not only have a great time, but most likely make new friends and maybe even find your love. When students come to Russia for the first time, the most convenient option for living is a university dormitory. After all, how and where you will live and relax largely depends on how you will learn. Upon arrival in the Russian Federation and applying to a hostel employer, you will be officially registered. This is a special document that entitles a foreign citizen to stay, live, and study in Russia legally for a long time. And finally, we would like to draw your attention to the key points of the Sechenov University Admission Commission. You need only 3 documents for admission: application form, scan copy of your passport in high quality, and the last one, scan copy of your educational documents, certificate and transcript in high quality too. Time for submitting documents from today till 18 September. This is more time to decide and prepare all documents for entering Sechenov University than in another Russian universities. The last date for entrance exam, 22 September. Study year starts from 1st October. We would like to thank you for your attention and time spent listening the presentation about Sechenov University. We hope that you are enjoyed everything and believe that we will soon see you in the Center of International Education of Sechenov University.
Thank you very much for the presentation. It was really interesting. And I want to inform everybody that actually Sechenov University is one of the leading, as I mentioned before, in Europe. And last week it was announced that Sechenov University specialists developed a vaccine for COVID-19. So now it has gone for some extra testing. So with this, I would like to say thank you to all the staff of Sechenov University, as well as to other medical universities that we had today for their efforts to fight this awful virus. And can I ask you one thing, Pasiko? What services does your company offer to international students in terms of their, staying in Russia?
We are official partner of Sechenov University during several years. We help university in question of searching and selection foreign students, foreign applicants. We are not only a partner of university, but we are also an assistant and even mentor for every our students. So I usually divide all our work for different steps. So first, our work when student is at home and when he can't decide to choose university. So we usually give information about special documents for admission process. We will compare your school study at your country with the Russian educational system. We will help you to make invitation for study visa to come to Russia and to pass entrance exam. Yes, of course, when you choose university, after you will come to Russia, we will meet you and we will introduce you our city, our university, and your future study. We will control your entrance exam, results of entrance exam. We will care, we will give you all topics of studying, and you can prepare for every entrance exam. So when you will be here in Russia, we will help you to prolong your study multiplier visa, and we will help you for making registration in dormitory, or if you will live in flat, we will help you to speak with owners of your flat. So we will help not only with admission, we will help to live in Russia, and we will help you on every course of your study.
All right, great. We have a question on our chat asking what are the chances for coming intake to start it at campus?
Can you repeat, please, what the last word?
Chances, in other words, chances to start the next academic year on campus, not online. Do you have any kind of information about this?
Now, unfortunately, we are waiting for August because the start of study for second year students will be 1st September. For new students, it will be October. So now we don't know what will be decision of Russian government, because now borders are still closed and we haven't got exactly answer from university what will be studying process. I hope that we will get news about opening boards in August. So now there is only one decision to wait August, because in August we will get news about it.
Okay, but does the university develop any kind of online foundation program? Maybe you know about this, and if there is a chance to get enrolled to this online foundation course?
Sechenov University has a good platform of electronic version and online education. So I hope that if borders will be closed, that in September, maybe in August, we will have exactly news about online preparatory course. Because now, yes, it's rather popular for every Russian university and for all foreign students who are have to be at home.
Okay.
So all news, it will be late, I think, in August and in the beginning of preparatory course.
Right. So we'll be waiting for the updates. Okay. Does your company provide any support to students who wish to get employment during their studies, like part-time employment or employment during their spare hours when they are not studying, or you leave it on their own?
I can't hear you, Dmitry, but
Sorry. The question was if your company that provides very extensive support to international students, does it also provide assistance in finding some part-time job opportunities for them, or you leave this on their own?
We try to give modern advices because the law can be changed, and we usually give our students, if they can't understand maybe some details of Russian laws, we give them advices what is better to do. But if we speak about every country, if students want to work, if they want to work, they need first ask for embassy help, because now there is a new rule in Russia that foreign students can study here and they can study and work too. But I think now it's rather difficult to find job, but from this year, because new rules, it will be possible.
Great. All right. Thank you very much for this presentation, for letting us know so much, so many interesting things about Sechenov University and its history and future also. And if you maybe want to say some final words that could be addressed to potential students, then please do so. And then we will be closing the session.
Thank you so much, Dmitry, for this presentation. I want to tell you students, if you have your dream, if you want to study in Russian medical university, you can choose it now. Now this is rather serious period of life for every person around the world. But you can start study here from this year, from 2020. And I'm sure that our company and Sechenov University, we will help you to become a first-year student. So I wish a happy for everyone.
All right. Thank you very much and have a good day. Thank you for making this presentation for us. Okay. Okay, so as I said before, this was the last university for today's session, and I want to thank everyone for helping us in promoting the event and making it possible. We very much value your support, and we hope that the students and education consultants got much information about opportunities of studying in Russia, because Russia really offers very good opportunities to students that just, that can be really global, because it's not like you come to Russia and you need to learn Russian from the beginning and you cannot study in Russia without knowing Russian. No, you can come, you can study in English, you can get your degree in English, and in the meantime you can actually learn some Russian, because it will be really helpful in your life anyway. Also, Russian universities provide really widely recognized degrees, I mean, in the world scale. And every single graduate of Russian university has you know, enormous potential for his or her career development in their home country, in Russia, or elsewhere. So I really invite you to seriously consider Russia as your study destination, and you can always approach us and our partners. The list of the partners is actually provided on the website of this event, which is globalred.ru, and the list is constantly extended. So I really encourage you to get in touch with us or universities for additional information or details that you might require to make your decision. And I invite you to Russia to study here and enjoy your study period here. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Take care. Thank you for being with us.